I think it was beautiful how it could work, that people start to talk about it. And I've been in a lot of Q&As at the village side, and of course mostly in Budapest. I have really nice experiences because people, how they react. Yeah, 75,000, of course they love it. I think it was a really good release. During the writing process, that was I think it was a really important decision when we realized that just try to understand these characters and not represent that this is the bad and this is the good side of the country, or right or left or something. I think it was really important for us to represent in a way like this. It's also connected with that I told before, that follow these characters and present a lot of details and try to understand the motivations and of course the background stories.
Trem Abel.
Baj van, Abel? Ha kell még idő, nyugodtan üljön vissza 5 percre még, és dolgozzon rajta. Abel, miért van magánkokárda?
I think it's a specific stuff. I mean, I don't really know any country where there are a national celebrity and they wear this pin. When I wrote it, I thought that no, because it's really Hungarian specific. Of course, the bipolar country problem, these kind of characters, everybody could understand these problems, because the bipolar country is not Hungarian specific, even if maybe in Hungary it's much more radical. With the nationality pin, so the approach of this pin, it's maybe specific, but I think it's not the most important thing for understand this movie. I think the chemistry between the characters is much more important, and to represent this bipolar society. It's hard to talk about the style because it wasn't unconscious totally. I mean, we've been in a situation that we didn't have money, so we decided to make somehow this movie, of course, a low-budget movie. My DOP friend are also really love the Romanian new wave cinema, the Iranian movies, me too, and my producer as well. If you don't have any money for lighting, of course, you need to figure out that, okay, how it could looks and what will be the set. So we decided to make it like a documentary. We didn't use light, we didn't use makeup. Maybe the film language, it's important to tell about it that the first part of the movie, it's about characters, and every chapter we wanted to follow these characters and use a lot of subjective shot, and then we try to tell this story more objective way. With the music, my first idea that I didn't want to use any music in this movie because it's documentary and I don't want to use this kind of generate this impact to the. I don't want to make a cheesy something. But during the editing, also during the writing, I listened to a lot of Hungarian classical music. It makes a huge influence on me.
Nem lehetett volna azt a gyereket átengedni? Próbáltunk neki segíteni, kérdeztük mi a baj, nem válaszolt. Forrásokat se használta. Semmit.
I realized that the choir music, it's really strong because it sounds a little bit like the song of the society. I had the idea that children choir, and that was maybe the turning point when, okay, we use this kind of folk songs, and sometimes we also compose a few. Yeah, it's a long collaboration because we started with short movies during the university, even if she was my teacher. But then when I finished the university, she was still my mentor, and then I think the first and the second feature, she was like a dramaturg. I think because the topic was also important for her, this collaboration was much more closer than before. Yeah, we made a lot of discussion, especially the writing. I do it myself, but we discussed every step, everything about the structure of the movie. I never had such a feeling before that at the beginning of the editing process, when I realized the material, I was satisfied somehow, even if we didn't finish the editing around that time. We show to a lab, First Cut Lab. It's an international lab from different filmmakers, editor, producer, distributors, and we had a really good reaction that something worked in this movie, and I was really happy that we are on a good way. Because before, for example, with my previous movie, it was much more complicated to edit it. In Hungary, the release was at the beginning of October. Now it's still in the cinema, and it's more than 75,000 people saw this movie. It's a really good number, especially in an art house movie. It's funny because I'm sure that because of Venice, the world premiere of the movie, and because of the prize of Horizonte that we won, I think a lot of people really waited this movie. They heard more stuff about the political part and not exactly the story. I mean, the funny part is when we read articles, not reviews, articles that it's a left-wing movie, it's a right-wing movie, so it was chaotic. And then when we release the movie and people understand that it's not a political statement, it's somehow represent the bipolar part of this problem. I think it was beautiful how it could work, that people start to talk about it. And I've been in a lot of Q&As at the village side, and of course mostly in Budapest. I have really nice experiences because people, how they react. Yeah, 75,000, of course, they love it. I think it was a really good release.
Elmondanád, hogy mi volt a történelem érettségi?
És nem bírod ki, de csak behozod a politikát. Nem kéne már kicsit kikapcsolni?
De az a baj, hogy pont erről van szó, édesem.
De jól vagy?
Igen, lehet, hogy ennek a fiúnak fájt az, amit te kérdeztél.
Haló, jó napot kívánok, Hajnal Erika vagyok, újságíró a Magyar Napoknál. Mesélj erről a tanárról.
Te mit képzelsz magadról? Van fogalmad arról, hogy mit művelsz?
Magyarok vagyunk, nem? Az is baj.
Ki fog még csinálni minket?
Magában csak gyűlölet van, semmi más.
Mert magában aztán nincsen gyűlölet, igaz?